rapper. Some people refer to us as poets. So I have a piece that I do sometimes at events like this. And I wrote it right after the 2008 bubble bust. And it seems to be reflected as more and more true every day. So it's called Broke. Yo, cats is broke. You act like that's a joke, like these cats will not grab the gat and smoke for like half a coke in that jacket low, getting the cent you ain't out here. But the young G's will really get about it and down the clown here, down to move pounds all across the town here, and make moves without fear. We got these polarited makeshift lawmakers mucking up, bakers, sick and takers, but the haters still coming up. People losing their homes with no one to blame except an imaginary market that gets harder to tame. God, it's a shame these credit companies harvest your pain, pillage and plunder and just chalk it up as part of the game. Stalking your wage, call you again. Make deals, don't even know who you bargaining with. They try to act like it's not a threat to their order. But thousands in Detroit still don't have any water. Going after your son or your daughter to sign them up for their own slaughter, another public housing unit torn up. Police don't even bother with conversations or whatnot. They can speak with a taser or object with a gunshot. They can pour a saw in their court of law that's crystal clear, convicted for surviving the traps they have engineered. Yo, folks are starving. The White House is starting to look like J.P. Morgan. Obama's barged in by a limited margin because of his charm and all of the harm the Bush farm did. But I'm going to keep it real, because even though we won, we still got an economic system that's been overrun. But we don't understand it. When we are all lost, these corporations, they only want to cut the costs. They have to wait at jobs, prices don't double off, playing ball more expensive, people have less to toss. We've always loved America because we've been better off, but Giver won't get by the privilege off because we just shipped it off. They bailed out all the banks, raised the stakes for corporate cronies. We have to choose between bankruptcy and our heart exploding. It thickens up in this piece. We see the plot unfolding, cooped up in a pseudo-free market just as it starts imploding. Yo, Cats is pissed. Critical mass will happen to us after this. It's a conspiracy. Get different we can master. If we get past our past, get the math and just smash it. For many, there's a God, for some cash is it. And they'll be glad when fascism crushes activists. Why are toddlers sleeping on bridges while pundits addicted to pills are sitting on TV just promoting agendas? Yo, we could affect it all with our collective thought. But there are sections lost and there are sections bought. And there are sections that may never want to understand. And there were sections that will gain the upper hand working the numbers, man. There were lines drawn. You're wrong, try to ride the fence. Signify your mind and then focus, use your mind's offense. It won't take one of us. It won't take 25. It will take all of us for all of us to survive. Thank you. I wrote like a while back. So it's a piece called Ignorance. And the whole concept of the song was, ignorance is a personification, right? Since the struggle for knowledge and understanding is essentially like a struggle against ignorance, which a lot of people unfortunately don't always win. So I kind of imagine, what would ignorance be like as a persona, right? With so many of us grappling with it, often, not successfully, right? It's kind of an arrogant, cocky sort of thing, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and try that piece. I'm actually gonna. Yeah. The reason HIV snuck up on so fast. Hello? There you go. When you were quick to sell your soul for a moment's past, on various death rates, the bullet that struck at the chest plate, I'm the problem that it took your gun to come and set straight. A ruler's best friend, but an enemy to the people, but I'm sneaky, so you will never see my evil. No, instead, I'm bred deep inside of your head, some I may physically slay, the rest are just walking dead, fueling racism, placing people in state prisons and chuckleless nations buckling under my insane wisdom. Are you playing missing the point? Well, let me make it simple. I'm the sum total of all that you lack in the mental killing common sense, reinforcing false confidence, initiate super long conferences about stuff that's obstinate and irrelevant. I am the anti-intelligent. Some call me the plague, but in your ignorance, I'm the destructive. The greatest killer of men. I am the plague, ignorance, the unavoidable sin, the anti-game, anti-intelligence assassin, poised and ready for action to let you do the blasting. I'm the devastator, the beginning of every end. I am the plague, ignorance, the avoidable sin, anti-game, anti-intelligence bane, whose sole purpose on this planet is to facilitate pain. Growing stronger the longer you let me exist. I am the disaster factor, constantly in the mix. M is ancient as man and will always be in his midst as long as his nature permits, which I predict is forever. I begin in childhood with all that your parents teach you. In essence, I am the evidence that will never reach you. And although my cloak is see-through, your refusal to acknowledge my presence will be the very thing that allows me to defeat you. I'll slaughter your curiosity with an unstoppable velocity. The motivation for conflict over unowned property, keeping 5% of the population in control of a nation, and I'm almost hereditary. Passed from generation to generation, I've helped sell crack and coke, but I'm out to shackle folks, making facts and false information just to play with misguided hopes. I provoke the successful hopes because I stick a enigma deep in the fixture that restricts views of the bigger picture. I get your sister, your mother, your father, and your brother, your long lost lover, the truth that you'll never uncover, the slew of straight filter news under which you get smothered. I am the answers you will never discover, and to fight me is just ridiculous. Because I'm always at least 10 steps ahead of you and behind you. I can always find you, thus eternally blind you, constrict, fix, and bind you. Truthfully, I practically designed you. I'm to rule. To not believe that is to be a true fool. You think you can defeat me by going to school? Homie, I'm just too cool. I'm the incurable virus getting passed through you. I'm the destructive, the greatest killer of men. I am the plague, ignorance, the unavoidable sin, the anti-game, anti-intelligence assassin, poised and ready for action to let you do the blast. I'm the devastator, the beginning of every end. I am the plague, ignorance, the unavoidable sin, the anti-game, anti-intelligence bane, whose sole purpose on this planet is to facilitate pain. Thank you. So, this is a very special election year. And I think that we can all agree that we're very urgent and amazing times. Even though in many ways we look at the marketing, the glitz and the glamour of the Democratic National Convention, the Republican National Convention, and it makes the effort to show us that everything is okay. Both of these old parties are, in essence, falling apart. People are tired. They're tired of being given the same old promises and the same old rhetoric, repeatedly over and over again. And in particular, when it comes to the Democratic Party, we're at a time when particularly at a time when things are becoming more and more obviously corporate-driven, more and more obviously capitalistic and inhumane in nature, is a leader like Dr. Jill Stein and a leader like Sherry Hockler is so appropriate for the moment. Because right now we need people with vision and the ability to tell the truth, talk to the people about what we really need to do, what we really have to be willing to step forward courageously and accomplish, not just during this presidential election cycle, but moving forward in the future. So I really want to thank everybody for being here. This is an act of courage. I don't know if you guys have had conversations with any of you. I don't know who here is actually registered green. Who here is actually registered green? Show of hands. How many people are thinking about it, but just aren't really sure yet? Okay. Well, this is going to be a really good opportunity for you folks. Because if you're struggling with the lesser of two evils, with the idea that maybe the Democratic Party would just come back around, this is an opportunity to see what you're missing out on. And to see what it is that we're going to have to do moving forward. What's really happening on the ground floor. So I won't take up any more of your time. I believe that the woman of honor is here currently. Is that, I don't see her anymore. Is she? 1 or 2 minutes? Oh, okay. Right? Totally this guy. Are they?
Yes, yes. But people are still coming, so.
Okay. Well, actually, I would like to take a moment to introduce the organizer of this event. If you guys could please give a warm round of applause for a phenomenal organizer, very happy.
Hi, and welcome. Thank you all for coming. This is so important, not only for our country and what Jill Stein can offer our country, but also for us here in Santa Clara County, because we are working diligently with the Santa Clara County Single Payer Healthcare Coalition and CHC to bring single payer to the state of California. We're working on legislation for 2013. So this is the first of one of our big events regarding that subject. And so I want to thank you all. Anyway, so first of all, as an organizer, I want to know what brought you here. So please, on your seat, you'll see this form. Please fill it out. And if you want to get involved, fill that part out too. And Ellie, our wonderful volunteer, is walking up and down the aisle. She can collect these forms from you. Also, this is an event for Jill Stein and her campaign. So on your seat, you also have a donation form for Jill Stein's campaign. If you are so inclined, and we hope you are, to give us some donation for Jill Stein, please use this form, and Ellie will collect the forms and the money as you are able to give. This is an event about single payer Medicare for all. So please, if you have not checked out the table out in the lobby, there's a petition for you to sign. And this is a petition that we are going to use to take to state legislatures and really push the movement for 2013 to get single payer here in California. If we can get single payer Medicare for all in California, then we can get it throughout the whole United States. And this is what we're really working for.